the Cubans to realize that this is something that's got to be dealt with. Maybe not from their perspective fair at all, but unless it is discussed, unless it's offered up on the table, there's not going to be any improvement.
And to what it is and what it is, that's up to them. We don't know what it'll be. We don't know if they'll do it. Right now, there's nothing. So at least if there's some dialogue and some offers, it's something people can consider.
But they still assert that they have a counterclaim.
Oh, they assert they have a counterclaim, and we just told them they're dead wrong. We were told them it didn't make any sense, and they violated one of the Fry rules of politics. You got to explain and you're in trouble, you know. And they're trying to justify it, and it isn't going anywhere. And if they want change in the United States, there are a couple things they're going to have to do if they really want change. One's the political side with the political prisoners, which Dennis talked about so well. Second's the property issue to begin with. I mean, they're going to have to take those issues on somehow if there's going to be any change in the United States, if they're going to find anybody in the Congress who's willing to listen. And that's a fact of life. Yeah.
You did mention some disappointment concerning the dissident community and the force that they played within Cuban society, and also had mentioned a bit about reformers. Could you expound a bit on some of the differences that you saw amongst dissidents and any of their ability to impact change in the same way some of the reformers may?
Well, I think all of us had hoped to find a great deal of civil unrest. I personally hoped that there would be a lot more people unhappy enough to really want to change and throw Castro out. And we just didn't really find that. You know, in retrospect, when you look at Eastern Europe, one of the differences in Eastern Europe is the Havels and a lot of people were there, you know, and in a great many of the leadership in Cuba were either killed or driven out of that country and are in the United States. So part of the leadership that could cause civil unrest and the overthrow of Castro is gone. And Castro's been so effective in stamping out, putting in prison, or throwing out of the country any dissidents that there really aren't that many dissidents left. The organizations which we talk to are not that deep in terms of people. And the dissidents themselves, when we talk to them, these are the people that the Cuban Americans here recommended us to talk to, you know, are pretty direct in their saying that they just don't have the following at the present time to make a difference. They hope down the line to have the following. They don't have it today.
Mr. President, we are late for our next meeting. Why don't we take one more question?
Okay, sure. Yes, there's...
Yeah. There in Cuba is a large degree of corruption, like in Mexico, for example.
So,
don't you think...
You want equal time? Go ahead.
Don't you think that the party leaders are the one interested in no change? Because if the system change, they may lose all what they have. Their properties and their business and so forth.
Well, the question is, as I understand it, is the government, is there corruption in the government? And I think the answer is yeah. From the business people we talk to, there's a lot of problems with bureaucracy and there's corruption in it. What is going to happen after Castro? Who knows? The only thing that we're trying to do is to help that process and hopefully build a civil society with enough people who are turned on to freedom and free enterprise and these things that it could be a different society down there, because it's a wonderful bunch of people. You know, Cuba's a beautiful country, they're wonderful people, and we think they should have a chance, but under Castro, at the moment, there is no chance. Well, thank you for the time, and we certainly appreciate you coming.
You mind if I was the Voice of America can take a second?
Oh, are you? Good, good. Yeah, I'm very good. Yes, how are you? Nice to see you. Lou? Oh, Taylor Cone.
Kind of.
We were told ahead of time. Oh, really? Well, I've been away.
Yeah.
I've been away for the past week, so I don't know how that ends. But my understanding is that it is going forward tonight.
This is a live picture of the U.S. Capitol. The House of Representatives was not in session today, but returns on Inauguration Day, Monday, January 20th, at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Members are also scheduled to meet the following day at noon Eastern for possible final action on the ethics investigation of House Speaker Newt Gingrich. And the Senate stands adjourned until Tuesday, January 21st at noon Eastern Time. You can see live gavel-to-gavel coverage of the House here on C-SPAN, the Senate on our companion network, C-SPAN 2. Next, Chinese President Jiang Zemin. His New Year's address to the people of China was recorded on New Year's Eve. It's a little over 5 minutes.
女士们、先生们、朋友们，在1997年到来的
Ladies,
钟声
gentlemen, and
即将
friends,
敲响的时
as
刻
the year
我
1997 is
很高
approaching,
兴地通
I am
过
pleased
中国
to
国
have
际
this
广播电台
opportunity to extend
和
my
中央电
sincerest
视台
New Year's greetings
向
to
海外的
CCTV,
听
to its
众
overseas
和观众
audiences, to our compatriots in
向
Hong
港澳台
Kong,
同
Macau,
胞
and Taiwan,
海
and to
外
our
华
friends
侨
all over the world.
向世界各国的朋友
During the year 1996, China was
致以
able to
衷
maintain its
心的
rapid
新
economic
年
growth
祝贺
while deepening its reform and opening up
1996
process.
对中国人民来说
Inflation has been
是不
slowed,
平凡的
and
一
the overall environment
我们
for
制定
macroeconomic
并开
control
始实施
improved.
国民经济与社会
The
发展
new
的
year,
9计
1997,
划
will
和
witness the opening of the
2010
50th
年
National
目标
Congress
纲
of
要
the Communist
我
Party
们
of
发表
China,
了关于加
It
强
will be an
社会主义
historic
精
event
神文明
contributing to the
若干
advancement
重要
of
问题
socialism with Chinese characteristics.
我国经济继续保持
The
快
perfecting
速
of
发展的
China's
势头
socialism depends on
改革
reform
开
and
放
development.